Okay, this is part three where we're going to do the busy signal. Again, we're starting off with a clear timbre. Make sure to click the timbre 3 button on the front of the radius. In case you've been wondering about like what we've technically been doing, the difference between these two sine waves is creating essentially amplitude modulation or phase cancellation between the waveforms. So it's something called beating, and the frequency of the beating is the difference between the two hertz values. So, for instance, with the ringtone, if I were to put a sine wave on and then play 440, and then put this frequency to 40 hertz or about like 39 hertz. It can't do 40 hertz. It skips from 39 to 41. And then have LFO2 affect the amp level. We're essentially creating the same exact effect. The problem with that, even though that seems really easy, is that we need LFO2 to do the to have the pauses and ring time values. We could technically still do that with the square wave with oscillator 1 to bring this down, but it's just better to do it with the oscillators, because that way the key tracking is set and it doesn't matter where you play on the keyboard, and the oscillators are like phase locked with each other instead of this, which is just playing at one tone the whole time. So anyway, let's start off by getting rid of key tracking as usual. So plug keyboard tracking into pitch. Let's throw some drive on there. We don't need that much. Let's just put it on like 14. Again, we'll give it some white noise, around 10, and we'll throw on. We'll eventually be plugging this into amp again. And before we actually patch that in, let's make the tone. And to make the tone, we'll be setting the frequencies very particularly. I'm actually going to do the band limiting thing one more time. So let's put this up to like 36. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. 37, 36, whatever. 81 for the other one, or whatever you want for those filters. Switch this to a sine wave. And so we disabled key tracking, so it doesn't matter what this is, but we need to get these kind of randomish values for the busy signal. We need 480 and 620. I've got a little tricky and decided to just use the modulation sequencer and patch that into pitch and do that on like plus 15 or so. And then we're going to use envelope generator 3 to affect oscillator 2 pitch. And so right now we're at about 480, and we're going to use that to bring oscillator 2 down to, or I guess, or we're at 620 right now. We're going to bring oscillator 2 back down to 480. So do that at minus 21, I believe. And turn up oscillator 2 so you can hear it. There. Okay. Now plug that 1 hertz square plus wave into amp, negative modulation. Again, you can have key sync on. And that's it for that. I'll put a link in the description to the Kill the Noise song. And hopefully you can like gain inspiration from him and see how he used the sounds. He also used this like talking bass line that's just really, really cool. You can have fun with this. In the triphonic tutorial, he shows that you can like put a delay on it and like make it sound all interesting, and just get creative. So yeah, hopefully you had fun and take care.